Hello, welcome back. So, there is a place called the US of A, where I'm from, and I'm from New York City. And we are going to talk about first the culture here, because I married a Perth girl, but I'm still trying to figure out the culture. I'm going to give you some examples. Also, there is a generation of people. There might be some present tonight that were born in 1995 and after, the Z generation. I am still trying to figure them out. So related to that as well. So I guess starting with the culture here, I sometimes, again, I just can't follow certain things. Like I went to a copy center right down the street, so in Fremantle. And I was talking to like the owner of the place for some reason. I guess it's sort of like a mom and pop type place. And I asked for, I gave 2 sheets of paper and asked that they're able to copy it where they put it on one sheet, front and back. Probably, after just a single copy, probably the simplest operation you can do at a copy store. They could not do it. Now, this was the owner of a copy shop. I mean, again, this is not about putting down the culture here, although that's what I'm doing. But how could you run a copy shop and not even know how to use a copy machine? I mean, the place actually shut down. So it's literally down the street, shut down. And there's other parts of that story, but another example of things that I just haven't figured out is in North Fremantle there is and I'm trying to keep things highly classified, but I think I'm not doing a good job because it's pretty obvious what this is. But there's a fitness place that used to be a church, you can find. Well, in the window it says. And it used to say, "In God we trust," and they changed it to "In sweat we trust." Now, there's a wine shop next door, which I've gone to. So I was imagining myself like in a lightning storm between like the wine shop and "In sweat we trust." I think I'm going to go to the wine shop because I just thought I could be zapped by lightning. I don't know if you all agree with that, but there's something about having like a workout place and like scratching off God's name and putting sweat that for my own personal safety and in a freak lightning storm, I think I'd be hanging out at the wine shop. But anyway, going back to how that's different than where I'm from. In New York, like thinking back at this copy place, there are like 10 people waiting for your job. So if you even work at a copy place and you can't make a copy, you will, pretty much get fired immediately. So also feel free to move the table if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, so we can we have some. People that can help you, whatever you want to do. It's pretty casual. But so going back to New York. So I don't know if the people that just got in have been to New York City, but it's I'm talking about how it's a little different than Fremantle. I lived in this. I think of it as like an oasis in Manhattan. It was like. This part of the island up north where it was like really, sort of safe and, family friendly and all this. And if you just went a couple blocks, you went into what's called the Little Dominican Republic. So we're a close family of 500,000 people, literally, from the Dominican Republic who are in this part of Manhattan. And you would go there and it was like a completely different world. So there was it was like if you've seen Straight Outta Compton, the movie, that's how it was. So I went to my pharmacy there And I would be just like, looking for shampoo, whatever I was doing. And suddenly, the security guy there would be talking to a potential thief as though they were going to get in like a bloodbath kind of fight, like, guns coming or knives coming. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. Like, so in other words, to work, to get a job in security where I grew up, you literally, if someone was about to steal something, like here, there's so many laws that, like, you could walk out of a retail place with all this stolen stuff, and the people that work there can't even, they don't have the right to even open your bag. You probably realize this. There, it basically sounded like there was going to be an all-out war, like, in the pharmacy, and that's no exaggeration. The guys would start yelling at each other like, straight out of Compton. So that's the world that I came out of. But we're going to take, we're doing short segments tonight, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you in a few minutes.